Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Rebecca Keppel and I'm super excited to be here today to share with you the brand new January 2026 Spellbinders Kit Clubs. There have been a few changes, so I'll try and cover as much as I can during the video, but I'll also link in the YouTube description box a place where you can go to read about how the kit clubs work. I have all the clubs and lots of cards to share. So let's jump right into the card making and I'll let you know what kit club I'm using as we go. Starting with the large die of the month, this hasn't changed at all. There will be a large die of the month. This one has this rectangle. I'm also showing you the embossing folder of the month, which also hasn't changed. So that embossing folder is a bunch of clouds. I thought I would cut out the rectangle from the large die and emboss it. The flowers in the large die can be placed at the bottom or top or side or whatever of an A2 card. So it fits an A2 card if it is a vertical card. But it's a little bit larger than the square that's going to fit inside that postage rectangle background. So I created the whole thing and will adhere down all the flowers, and then we'll just trim off the sides once we have it laid down onto that rectangle that I'm placing on the postage stamp. So the reason that they give you that option is just in case you want to make a border of flowers at the top and bottom of an A2 card, or you want to put it on the postage stamp itself. So there are also little flowers that you can create individually. There's this lily here, and it's just a very pretty layerable flower, easy to put together. All of the Spellbinders dies still have those embossed lines showing you where to line things up. And on the website, you will always see ideas and also which dies go together to create which objects. So once I have that flower done, I can place it on the leaf and stems that are made for it. And then there are two little hummingbirds that come inside the large die as well. And they are layerable too. Now there's lots of little itty bitty pieces, but they're super easy to put together. You can see the one that I've completed on the right, and I'm just working on this one on the left. So there are sort of two pieces that create kind of that belly and chin or neck area. The beak goes behind the head and then is also the black for the eye. And then the little wing that's on the front, sort of on the side there, is three little layerable pieces. So you can use three different colors. And there's a wing kind of from the back that is fluttering, and that is also three pieces. So it's a really easy way to include a bunch of different colors, because sometimes hummingbirds have that sheen to them that almost looks like a rainbow, even if they're blue or green or whatever color that they are. They have that iridescent look to them that creates a rainbow effect. So I did use one of the metallic blue cardstocks from Spellbinders, but for the most part, I use their regular cardstocks. So here I'll take some liquid adhesive and place it on the back of that floral border, like I said before, and I'll lay it down on that rectangle. While we have a second here, let me just explain that there are a couple of clubs that no longer exist. The wax seal of the month no longer exists as a club. The glimmer no longer exists as a separate club. Now it is the BetterPress and foil that you can create with one plate. You'll also get the foil with it or some type of extra. And it's just a really easy way to either BetterPress or foil, no matter what machine or system you have. All right, so to continue on with this card, I will pop up those little hummingbirds on some Spellbinders foam squares and place them down on that rectangle background that I did emboss as well. A little liquid adhesive on the back of that, and then I can place it down on that postage stamp background. Now there's an outline, a rectangle postage stamp that comes in that large die. You can use it to create a shaped card as well. So definitely a great set to have really versatile, can be used for lots of thank you cards, hello cards, all kinds of things like that. And anything that sort of falls off that rectangle, you can just trim with a detailed pair of scissors. And then I have a sentiment here that I've popped up on a thin micro foam line from Spellbinders. And this one is from that press and foil plate. It says a first class hello. It's really cute. Next up, we'll work with the stitching die of the month. That as well has stayed the same. There are couple of different dies here that create a side view of a butterfly and the two parts of the wing. So both of those can be stitched. There's also an outline that can go on top and a solid that can go behind it. So lots of pieces there, and then I'll show you the flower that you can put together as well. So simple stitches. Very nice long stitches, so it really only takes a couple minutes to finish this up. There are some extras. The whole caboodle now is called the crate for the all of the clubs together. And the crate will also have some paper in it. There'll also be a couple of extras that are included that are exclusive to the crate, and I'll go through those as we go along. But I just wanted to let you know that even though a couple of things have been taken out, there are additions that are going in. So definitely still worth the amount that you're getting it for. Just a couple of different ideas because some things are just more popular than others, and people like working with dies and they like working with press plates and they like working with stencils. So those are the kinds of changes that were made just to kind of match what customers are actually purchasing. So that's really the reason that things have changed a little bit. All right, so now we have that flower. It's like a daisy. It's a couple of layers for those petals to make it look nice and full. And then there's that center, which is so cute. And the leaves go on that thin stem. For the butterfly, there's a body and then there's an antenna, and those just line up on a circle. There's also a circle that shows you exactly where to put the wings together and then where to put the body right on top. So they make it as easy for you as they possibly can. And just remember, if you don't feel like stitching, you don't have to. Those little holes from the die cuts look super cute as they are without the stitching if you're not up for stitching right now. This little cloud border also comes in the stitching die, and that background there that you see, that is part of the 3D embossing folder. So I'll pop up the butterfly and my flower on the background, and then I used a sentiment from the clear stamp and die of the month that I stamped heat embossed in gold. It says wishing you the best year. Some really nice sentiments in that set. All right, moving on. This is the small die. This is another one that is not changing at all. So this small die comes with this kind of half flower, or almost looks like sun rays coming out of it, but it also looks like a big flower. So I've cut it out of a couple of different colors of cardstock. I have some beeswax and I have some saffron Spellbinders cardstock. And then I cut the two pieces together, which is the outline and the inner pieces together, so that I could get that gold foil outline. And adhering that down to the back makes it really easy to pop in those pieces like a die cut inlay. So that's something that just makes it easier to line everything up. Then there are some flowers that go on all of these different petals of the large flower, and they're really cute and layerable. You can cut them out of any color that you want. I have a combination here of white, yellow, and pink, and then green for the stems and leaves. Since I'm not very adept at using tweezers, whether they're reverse tweezers or not, I like to use an embellishment tool to pick little tiny die cuts up. I also like the My Sweet Petunia Precision Glue Press. It makes it really easy to squeeze out just a teeny tiny little dot of liquid adhesive, and that is an easy way to adhere things like really thin stems and stuff like that. This sentiment is also from the clear stamp and die of the month. To find out all the things that are a little different and what is changing, I will link to the kit clubs and the description on the Spellbinders website. I'll also link to a video that they did on their YouTube channel that kind of explains the changes. This way you can get all the information before you make your decisions. This is the extra die set that is included in the crate. So this is a really pretty die set. I love this one a lot. Lots of layers, but really easy to put together. And remember what I said about those embossed lines, they show you exactly where to put everything. So I've cut things out of a number of different colors, kind of staying in the purples and reddish purple and pinkish purple line there. So I have some orchid and lavender and all that kind of stuff. And then the flowers, I've used a little bit of green and then the same colors for the flowers themselves. So you can see that you are creating a shaped background. Again, you can use that background die that creates the whole shape that you're gluing everything onto to create a shaped card. So, and I'll show you one of those as well. Here is kind of that center of the card, and on that center you can place even more flowers. This is just such a pretty floral card that if you just follow kind of the directions on the website, it really just comes together super quickly, and you can be really impressed with yourself for making a gorgeous floral card that is just so easy to put together. Here's one of the stamps from the Clear Stamp and die set, and it says hello. And I'll just use a little bit of white embossing powder on top of that and then heat set that a little bit so that it melts. I think I got a little too close to the cardstock. Looked like it was kind of making the purple look a little bit lighter, so beware of that. If you're getting a little too close, it might change the color of the cardstock, but it looks fine now. And I decided to stack this die cut so that it has a little bit more dimension. Didn't want to try and fussy cut out a bunch of little pieces of foam squares, so just stacking is the way to go with sort of sentiments like this. So that's one version of the card. I decided to make another version of this card just because I love playing with color, and this is one of those cards where if you come up with a creative color combination, or if you look one up on Pinterest even, you can really have fun with different colors of cardstocks. It doesn't take a lot of work to die cut out all the pieces and adhere them down, but it really comes together in a fun, colorful card and also floral. So here is one that I put on that card base that I made that is shaped from that background. And here are both of those cards together so you can see the different options. This is the press and foil plate. It comes with the plate itself. It comes with a registration sheet for the BetterPress, and it also comes with brass foil. I believe it's called polished brass. It also comes with a sentiment set, which is a one-pass sentiment set, and a die that cuts those out. And then there's a bonus in the crate that are the stencils. So I foiled the plate, and now I'm using that bonus stencil set to color in the little bird and the flowers. So it works on the one half of the postcard where the image is, and we'll leave the other half just kind of gold or brass or whatever color you decide to foil it or press it. So I love how easy this is. Again, this is just a simple way to color in a stenciled or a foiled or pressed background without having to do any markers or paints or anything like that. Just a little bit of ink blending, and you come up with this really gorgeous card, which I love that bird and the flowers. Everything just comes out perfect. So now I'll just trim that down to about 4 by 5 1/4 so that I can mat it on some blue cardstock. Just use some tape runner on the back there. This is one of the sentiments that I decided to press instead of foil, and it just says miss you, and I popped it up on some foam squares. I did want to show you another version with the BetterPress. So once again I trimmed it down to about 4 by 5 1/4, and this time I'm just doing some really easy ink blending across the entire postcard. So I have the corners in pink, and then I'll kind of go through that center diagonal line with an orange color. And these are Catherine Pooler inks. I really love them. They're nice and smooth. They work beautifully on BetterPress cardstock as well. Then I have the Spellbinders Splatter Effects in Sparkle. So this is a really pretty white with a nice iridescence to it. So it's not so opaque white that it stands out too much. It's just got a nice look to it, and it adds some shimmer and shine as well to that background, just to add a little bit extra to that beautiful image that we BetterPressed. Here is the stencil of the month, so that will stay the same as well. And for this one, it's an A2 piece of cardstock that you're stenciling on. And there are a number of different layers to create poppies. So one of the stencils has both 3 and 4 on one stencil. So just be sure to look for the numbers every single time you're changing your stencil. That kind of tricked me at first. I thought maybe I was missing one, but you're not. So 3 and 4 are on one, and then you go to the next stencil and it's 5, and then the last stencil is 6. Okay, so just using a different combination of distressed oxide inks and some brushes, I'll once again trim this down to about 4 by 5 1/4, again, so I can mat it on some colorful cardstock. Love doing that because it really gives a nice finished touch to the edge. And then I have the clear stamp and die, once again, a little bit of a stack going on with the best wishes, and then just pop up the have a nice day. So just a really pretty, easy to create card. I always love a fresh new year and fresh new kit clubs from Spellbinders. I love all the flowers this month, but I really want to hear what your favorites are, so let me know in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.